Welcome back to the Robot Brains podcast on the DL, where we take a step away from AI and learn more about our latest guest with 10 quick personal questions. All right, let's dive in. If you could have a robot take over any part of your life, what would you have it do?
Funny enough, my wife and I have a small vineyard in Hungary. I would love a robot that would scare the wild boar away every night when they come and eat our ripening grapes. So
that's a unique one. Haven't heard that one before. Who has inspired you the most in your career journey?
I'm going to have to give credit to my wife on this one. I think my wife has always, in a positive way, challenged me to kind of pursue some opportunities that maybe others would have shied away from. She's the one who really encouraged me to go get my master's degree, to leave a great job at Intel. And she's been so supportive of the different entrepreneurial ventures along the way. So I'd really have to say my wife has played an immense role in terms of inspiring and supporting my career journey.
Now I feel like I got to insert a follow-up question here. How did you meet your wife?
She's Hungarian, and after high school, she came to the U.S. on a tennis scholarship at Arizona State University. And I was a fellow student athlete, track and field athlete back in the day then, and so our circles mixed, and magic happens,
If you could give robots and machines one human value, what would it be?
There's a big question of ethics coming as it relates to machines and robots making decisions. I know your prior guest was leading a lot of the autonomous vehicle development, AI development for Tesla, for example, and there are going to come situations where effectively the car has to decide what the right course of action is. And I know there was a survey done recently in different cultures around the world of you're in a self-driving car and a pedestrian walks out in front of you, but you're at the edge of a cliff, and so the car has to decide: does it hit the pedestrian, likely killing them, or does it drive your car off the edge of the cliff? Which would you prefer? And actually, what's amazing is by culture around the world, the answers vary significantly. So I don't know that there's a straightforward answer on some of these ethics questions, but hopefully, actually, with a lot of thoughtfulness, we can do better than random chance in terms of making ethical decisions on an automated basis.
Outside of the world of tech, what excites you most about the current state of the world?
There are just so many questions, I think, that are being brought up, either whether it's COVID or some of the financial system changes or rise of cryptocurrency in terms of what does that mean for money and fiat currency. I think there are so many questions that have just been buried and not even considered for so many decades now that are all of a sudden rising to the forefront that we have to be cognizant of as citizens, to think through what do we want the future to look like and consciously make choices accordingly. That actually excites me.
Now, the next question is, you're almost already doing this, but if you had to give up your work and volunteer for the rest of your life, what will you do and why?
Yeah, let's put it this way. If I weren't doing, leading Revolution Robotics, I'd be hands-on with the kids. I would find some really more economically challenged area where kids maybe aren't given these kinds of opportunities, and I would spend time hands-on working with the kids as a teacher, as a coach, as a mentor.
What's the last book you read?
In Search of Schrodinger's Cat. It's amazing. Yes. So it is, I love theoretical physics, just as an aside. I just find the topic fascinating. And it is a history in a very personalized storytelling type way of how we got to the questions of theoretical physics today, like the question of singularity and the many worlds problem.
Best present you've ever received?
When my company was acquired, InfoScout, the teammates I had, the employees, made some nice pictures of us at gatherings where we had all been together, and then there was a big kind of border frame around it where people just wrote some kind words and notes. I got to say, today I still find joy and inspiration from. So that's a great gift.
Dinner with one person, living or deceased?
I'm going to go with Benjamin Franklin. And I think because he has this incredible role, both from a from a, let's call it, political history, a social involvement, but also he was a scientist, right? He did some amazing things in the field of science with optics and electricity and other factors.
Most overrated virtue.
Charisma, or maybe confidence. Beyond that, maybe confidence is even worse, but I think it comes out through charisma, where people really buy into it and trust it. We tend to gravitate to people with high charisma and high confidence in what they're saying, even if underlying it all is maybe not the truth or the ethics or a rational perspective that warrants trusting and following.
What's something that many people don't know about you?
For downtime, when I need downtime, I watch analysis of chess games. I watch a YouTube channel that analyzes the world champions battling it out in chess matches, and what their different options were, and how they were thinking about this analysis of chess matches. And just to be clear, I am not a good chess player. I'm at best I'm average, but for somehow I just find it really relaxing to see an analysis of a chess match.